Hey folks, welcome back to the second ever motovlog on this channel. The first one being about 3 years ago. So yeah, I'm not really keeping up with the algorithm, to be honest, but there you go. I've decided to come to a very beautiful but extremely windy spot to do this, and nobody ever tells you in these things how much of an immense faff it is to get set up with the camera and the microphone and all that, and then you add into it the wind. Oh, what's that? Kit car. Nice. Anyway, I'm here and I'm going to do it, and let's get moving because this is a really pretty spot. Yes, right, okay, so what are we doing? Going for a little pootle. One of the reasons why I haven't done this very often is because I give myself a very hard time about, oh my god, look. Beautiful. Oh man, I haven't been to the sea in ages. It feels like ages. Yeah, I give myself a hard time about doing this because I feel like there has to be a point to it, a purpose. Oh look. I think that has a lot to do with my job. Like I have to come up with new ideas to make boring things fun, and so when I'm sort of doing this, I feel like I've got to do more than just talk about my feelings. Oh my god. And even if it is just, you know, 5-10 minutes of me looking at views and going then so be it. That's my thing. But then, you know, after the year we've just had, the absolutely shocking bastard of a year, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna, Mr. Bus, I'm just gonna stop overthinking things. I'm just gonna do them. If I want to go out of a camera and talk bollocks into it, then so be it. Oh, look at that. And it's quite freeing to think like that, to be honest. You know, I haven't always got to come up with something amazing. Just keep doing it. That's what they keep saying, don't they? Keep doing it. And it's all about riding after all. We are in East Cornwall, which is where I live. And that's the Rame Peninsula over in the distance. I'll stop in a second and have a good look at it. That's Freevey Beach down there. And it's one of my favourite little spots, because it's a little tiny nugget of how beautiful Cornwall is, minutes away from where I live. I don't really know where I'm going to go today. My wife gave me a challenge. She said, go out, take a picture and tell me the story behind it. And the story is, what is it? It's just getting out. It's just going out, getting for a ride, particularly after not being able to for so long. And I made a video not long ago sort of touching on the subject of mental health and how much this helps me with mine and many others, so I'm not unique in that respect. But why we ride, there's an excellent YouTube channel called I can't remember, I'll put it on the screen, Stories of Bike, I think it's called Stories of Bike. And they do these little vignettes of just individuals and why they ride and why bikes mean so much to them. So there's like builders, there's people that just do what I do, which is just go out for a ride. People that have been on the road for, you know, for their whole lives, on round the world trips where they just keep going around and around and around, and that's also, you know, amazing, obviously. And but the smaller, more, dare I say, slightly realistic stories of those of us that, you know, get out when we can. So in this particular weekend, Hayley and I, we just painted the front of the house and we got it done. Oh, wow! Just, do I have to say anything? So just point the camera out there and just shut up. Thing is, I've got to watch the road at the same time. And so we got that done a bit sooner than expected today, so I felt like that wonderful feeling of having time gifted to you. So the very first thing was getting on the bike, and the weather is just stunning at the minute. I got the camera down on the crash bars for some super red action, but I'm pretty sure all you're seeing is the road. So I might move it up to me so you can see my beautiful helmet, if you excuse the phrase. What is it about coffee and riding and going out and about? It's just, I've just got this urge I've only just started riding, and all of a sudden I want to stop and have a coffee. God, it's windy. Oh my lord. Right, but let's change this camera over first, I think. Hello. Oh, it's windy. Jesus. I'm sort of struggling to hold the bike up right here. Whoa, my God. This is the definition of stupidity, isn't it? And vanity as well. There we go. Right, rock. There is a name for this road. I just call it, you know, Lush Road. But it's in between Ramehead and there's a citadel castle. It was built during, I think, like Napoleonic era to protect the sound of Plymouth and the approaches to it and whatnot. It's of that era. I can't remember the name. I'm not here for a history lesson, unfortunately, but you know, sure I'll learn it one day. Oh, this is so much better for getting views out towards along the coast. It's so nice to actually do this, to have the freedom to. That's the thing. Like, even if this is absolute tripe, it's just being able to do it. This is what riding's about for me. Not blitzing everywhere and going fast, because you miss the good stuff. You know, it's about taking your time and enjoying the scenery. That's why I miss going on big trips. That lovely smiley lady, she's enjoying life. So there's been some interesting developments in terms of motorcycles and moi. I recently purchased a KTM Excf, which stands for 4-stroke if you're remotely interested. 250 dirt bike. I took that out once so far, green laning. It was immense fun. I didn't bother with cameras and things. I was too concerned with thumbs up. I was too concerned with my life, really. But we had like a really good time. It was so much fun, and he's, you know, I was told that no, it'll be good. Yeah, all right, we'll go out gentle, and it was. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified. Like, when you imagine off-road and green laning, 99% of what I watch on YouTube is a fire track or a dusty dirt road, and that's what I was looking forward to. Thank you. And sort of expecting. I thought, you know, being the fact that I'm a total noob. And it wasn't that at all. It was extremely technical. I mean, I suppose if I had to grade it like mountain bikes and skiing, it was, they were red, you know, red courses. There was some pretty technical big rocks and slaty steep lanes, and they were old like drovers lanes and cattle lanes and things between fields, right in the depths of Cornwall. So stunning scenery, and I had such a good time. And but you know, my heart was in my mouth the whole time, and we were out for about maybe 2-3 hours, so I was utterly broken afterwards, absolutely exhausted, but had a fantastic time, and definitely caught the bug. But as is always the case with these things, first ride out, slow puncture, needs new tyres anyway, so that's my next job, sort that out, get it ready to go out again. But the main reason I bought it wasn't really for that stuff, although I do enjoy it, but it was to sort of to tackle the TET route, otherwise known as the Trans-Euro Trail. and that is an interconnected network of green lanes, or I should say, to clarify, byways open to all traffic, or boats which are legal to ride if you've got a vehicle that can handle it. And they are essentially, you know, back lanes, green lanes and things like that, with some tricky bits in it, but I think the idea is they're meant to be more or less accessible by bikes like what I'm on at the minute. A bit more adventure type things as opposed to dedicated enduro, but I don't want to take this on it because this is my main mode of transport, and if I chuck this down a hill, not that I have to go anywhere particularly. Ooh, shiny. Oh, literally shiny, pearlescent. You know, I don't want to break it, so that's what the dirt bike's for. The dirt bike is for having a good laugh, and I won't sort of cry if I throw it down a hill. Well, I might cry a little bit, but I won't cry massively. That's the idea. And I've just spent the last year of lockdown watching, you know, old videos of other people doing it, and you know, come on. And we're back into traffic. Yeah, watching others doing it and thinking, I want a slice of that cake, son. And so far loving it. But yeah, a bit of moto camping, so sling a lightweight tent on it, pick up one of those jet ball things to have some coffee, you know, for like the gram. And just get out. I mean, look, this is where I live. And in amongst this, I'm now looking at it all totally differently, because in amongst all of these patchwork of fields and private land, there are these wonderful, let's go straight on, these wonderful little snippets of free to access land, adventures on your doorstep. That's the idea, isn't it? But there are a few things I need to learn, and you know, I'm very much a proponent of learning by doing. So, you know, I've never changed a tyre before, I need to change the oil on the thing. This is the KTM, the air filter, there's all these, it's a much more maintenance, it's a bit more of a needy motorcycle, as opposed to this sort of modern thing where, you know, as long as I don't do anything stupid, it'll pretty much take care of itself for the year until the service is up. And I barely get out on it these days anyway to warrant it needing the constant attention. But yeah, the KTM requires a little bit more of that, but that's why I wanted it, because the other reason I wanted the bike was to learn these things and to practice and to, you know, just work the spanner a bit, really. Lovely little place, isn't it? Craft Hole. Probably pronouncing that wrong. A craft hole, boy. Where should we go? Let's go straight. It's quite warm, you know. Still got all the padded layers in my clothes, thinking I needed it, but actually it's hot. Oh, lovely, lovely, look at that. Little sheep. Oh, this is going to be a view. Let's just have a little peek here, shall we? Just a little peek. Oh, can you see that? Oh, that's stunning. Yeah. I love doing that. When you nod at a car driver and they're not expecting it, so they sort of wave but nod as well, but they're like, oh, is this how you communicate? And others like that git don't do anything at all. And I suppose that's a good place to end this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it's been enjoyable and you've had a little look at where I live. See you next time. Cheers.